Hello guys, how's it going? I'm Luke and this is my informative speech. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, over 98 million Americans over the age of 12 have tried marijuana at least once in their life. So I'm going to give you guys some information tonight on marijuana and the legality about marijuana and how it's affecting us here in this country during the present day. We're going to go over three things. Firstly, what is marijuana and what is the effect it has on humans? Secondly, we're going to talk about the history of marijuana, when and why it became illegal here in the United States. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the trend that's going on here right now in the United States with it becoming legal recreationally and medically in many states. So first, I'm going to talk about what is marijuana. Marijuana is a plant, also known as cannabis sativa. It's used for its psychoactive drug and how it makes people feel a sense of euphoria and happiness and relaxation. The compound THC in marijuana is the key agent for these good feelings everybody gets when they smoke the medicine. Cannabis is often consumed for its positive effects, like I was saying, euphoria, and it also helps increase your appetite. And this is really important for the people on chemotherapy and that are doing treatments for AIDS. The earliest times we found people using marijuana dated all the way back to over 300 BC, which is over 2,000 years ago, almost 2,500 years ago. This is when we first started realizing this plant had a big effect on humans. During the Great Depression, massive unemployment led to the resentment of the Mexican immigrants because this is when they started showing the Americans the sativa plant. And when the Great Depression was going on, there was a large amount of unemployment, and all the white people here in this country started resenting the Mexicans. So we believed if we make this drug illegal, we're just going to be able to drive all the Mexicans out of the country. So that was a key to how this became illegal. And by 1931, marijuana was legal in 29 states. Marijuana is the most popular, controversial, and most used drug in the world. When marijuana was originally made illegal, a driving factor was the immigrants and also African Americans. The white people would say that African Americans would smoke this marijuana and they would do bad things to white women. They would take advantage of them. They would kidnap them. They would steal from them. And everybody just blamed this on marijuana. Like it wasn't the people that were doing the crimes. It was the marijuana's fault. These facts people were getting about the Africans and the Mexicans smoking this herb and making them go crazy, they just had to kind of believe these facts just because they had no research abilities for this plant. They had no way to believe anything else other than what they were being told. So that just became the common view of the drug here in the United States in the early 1900s. So currently, there are 23 states with legal medical marijuana, and there are also 2 states, as we know, as of 2014, Colorado and Washington, have legalized recreational marijuana. And there's many differences, and I'll explain those. For medical marijuana, since there's 23 states, you have to have a card to purchase the marijuana, and the first state to legalize medical marijuana was California in 1996 with their Amendment 215. And this was a new idea. This was really strange in the 90s for it to happen. But the medical marijuana was only for the cancer patients and the AIDS patients and the multiple sclerosis patients. And it was really hard to obtain these IDs so you could go get the marijuana to help you if you were doing chemo or if you were going through treatments to help you feel normal and feel relaxed with yourself. So as of now, there's 23 states, including Washington, D.C., so 24 separate territories, and it's crazy that Washington, D.C. has it legalized now. But for the recreational bud, for Colorado and Washington, any American citizen over the age of 21 can go into these stores and purchase it, which is an extremely controversial topic going on right now because people don't know how it's going to affect the crime, affect the people that are smoking, affect the people that don't want people smoking around them. So it's trending right now. And in Colorado, the first 4 months it was open from January through April, there were over $200 million in revenue in those 4 months just for the state of Colorado. And over $2 million of that went to the schools. They made over $12 million just from taxes. And you know that most of these people buying from these stores are people from other states that don't have the same privileges as the people in Colorado and Washington. So, marijuana, we need to realize that federally this is still a drug, but many of the states have legalized it for good reasons. Not every side effect of this drug is positive. There are negative side effects as well, such as laziness. People can become addicted. They can have a dependence on this plant, which is what we're not looking for. But as this nation progresses, I think this topic is going to become more and more important. And there's going to be a big debate whether this whole United States just needs to legalize this or not. So, do you guys have any questions? No? All right. Thanks, guys.